My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director for 10 Minute Trades, and I want to show you this week's trade of the week. Now, I'm doing it a little bit differently. Normally, the trade of the week would be the highest grossing profit. I mean, that's usually what we do, but this week we traded an alternative setup, a setup that we don't show a lot and we don't trade a lot. So I want to show that to you and give you a little bit of education on the setup, and it's interesting. Also, we made money, and I'll also show you what would have been the trade of the week. So if I was just going to show the best profit of the week this week, it was the CPI report. We made $420 on the NQ, and we didn't trade it very heavy. We traded it just 3 to 4 contracts, and it was a very nice performing trade. That would have been my trade of the week because we made money on it more than the trade I'm going to show you. But I want to show you something interesting, and this week's trade of the week is a little bit more interesting than our average great breakout trade. So as you know, we have multiple setups, or maybe you don't know, but now you're going to know. We have breakout trades, we have reversal trades, and we've got something called the trap trade. The retail report today made $150 in profit, which I know it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but we didn't trade a lot of contracts. It was educational. I was teaching everyone in the trade room how to use the trap trade strategy. But it's an interesting strategy, and it made $150, and it was not very difficult to make the money. You can see that the move is not that big. It went up a little bit, it consolidated, it went down a little bit. It didn't have a gigantic move, which sometimes can happen with a retail report. So what that means is you got to try and get as much profit as you can. I came pretty close to getting almost as much as I could. Maybe I could have made $220 as opposed to 150 had I been psychic and knew not to get myself out of the market when I did. But we actually traded it very well. Making 150 when the maximum might have been 220 is really quite good, because you never know if the market's going to reverse or keep going. You just don't know. Those are issues you have to deal with when you're trading. So what's so cool about the trap trade? Well, the trap trade has a different daily market mover, a different DMM. It's noted trap trade. And the idea behind the trap trade is when the market moves up, we're going to sell. When the market moves down, we're going to buy it. So it's like the opposite of a breakout. But we still put tiers, orders on the chart with our X's like you always see us do. And let me show you exactly what happens. So 10 seconds before the news comes out, our software puts our orders on the chart. Now it looks like a lot of orders, but the inner orders are 2 sell orders if the market goes up, 2 buy orders if the market goes down, and our stop. Okay, so it's not really that complicated. In a couple of seconds, 10 seconds from here, the retail news is going to come out, and if the price pops up, it's going to fill me short. And when the price reverses, I'm going to make my money. And the opposite is true. If the price drops down, it's going to fill me long, and I'm going to make my money when it reverses and go short. So what happens is the news comes out, and you'll see that I'm going to get filled pretty quickly to the long side on just one of the orders. Remember, I've got two. I've got 2 brackets. We call them tiers, but I've got 2 brackets. I'm still waiting to see if my second bracket is going to get filled because I'm trading preferably 2. There it is, gets filled. I want to trade 2 contracts. So now I want it to drop down because it filled me short. Remember, it goes up, it fills me short. That's what a trap trade does. It starts dropping down. I combine my orders, which I showed you last week. We have a combine button. It puts the orders together so they're easy to manipulate. I see the price has dropped. I get out of the trade, moving my targets into the price for $150 profit. I got out a little quicker than I might normally had because I saw the news was negative. Gold, often on negative news, will push up. I was short, remember. Pushing up would cost me maybe to lose the trade, there was also a trend to the upside on gold. So there was the potential for upward pressure, which would go against my short trade. I was able to grab a $150 profit in less than 40 seconds. And I was very happy because when everything was all over, when you look at the movement, it went down, gave me my profit, and then went almost high enough to stop me out of the trade, but it didn't. And then it kind of consolidated very much in the area where I got out. So even though it went a little bit further than where I got out, and that's why I said maybe I could have made 220 instead of $150 profit, we still did a really good job of trading this report today using the trap trade. We got most of the profit that was available. So I hope you enjoyed this, a little bit of a different approach. We could have made more money maybe if I was psychic and stayed in a little bit longer, but we made $150 just trading two contracts, the least that we would have wanted to trade on this report. And it was a trap trade. It's very important to realize how many different setups we have. We got trap trades, reversal trades, earning trades with the one-click range setup. We got range trades based on time. All sorts of things that our secret weapon, as we like to call it, JOBB software can do. And don't forget, you can trade discretionary with our software. So this is Lee Goldstein, the Trading Director, 10-Minute Trades. A little bit longer video today, teaching about the trap trade and how it can offer a different kind of opportunity when you're trading the news and events on your own schedule when you feel like it. Take control of the markets. I'll see you next week in the trade room. Have a great weekend.